Sometimes we keep doing something even after we know that it's time to make a change. And what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is kind of like an interstate and someone deciding to take an exit, to go in a different path. And if you're lost, or if you've been traveling too long, or if something doesn't feel right, that's what we do in real life. We take an exit, we look at the map, we figure out, is this what I should be doing? So it's okay to take that exit if you're ready. And whoever in your life might be forcing you to kind of like push the pedal to the metal and keep going forward, even when it doesn't feel right, they just may not have your best interest at heart. And if you're the one that feels like you have to keep pushing forward when your internal GPS is saying, I gotta go in another direction, listen to your heart, okay? And who knows what beautiful, amazing things that exit might provide for you. And this could be any kind of exit, deciding to exit a job or exit a living situation, or take a little pit stop along the way to enjoy life, to take a deep breath, to put your feet on the ground, just like you would do if you were traveling a long distance. This is a moment to check in, okay? And that's what we're gonna do together today. My name is Nicholas Ashbaugh. This, of course, is for Cancer. We're looking at the middle of the month, helping you navigate what's left of June. And I'm doing it very differently this month, so we'll walk through the process as we do it. Let's check in on Apollo, and then I'll shuffle the cards. All right, Apollo is resting, but I'm gonna give him a quick pat on the head, and then we'll continue. Hey, buddy. He's a good boy. Yes. All right, take a moment, if you will. Close your eyes. Release any sort of energy or thoughts that you might be holding on to. Imagine that the sun is shining on you, creating a beautiful circle of light around your body. We're going to look at past, present, and future first, and then I'll look at catalyst after that. Just changing up the order a little bit this month. Let's begin with karmic energy here in the past. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. Listen to your needs, listen to your desires, but it really is connected to what it is that you want to accomplish, what it is that brings a sense of fulfillment to your life, particularly since we're looking at Pentacles. Is it enough? This is what Spirit's asking you, because if it isn't, that's when it's time to take the exit and explore a different path. This card is also coming through to remind you to ask for more if you need it. If someone isn't showing up the way that you expect or desire, if you're not receiving the resources, the time, the support that you need, karmically, it's your time to receive, but you have to sometimes speak up because we're looking at a page. The other thing with the page is to focus on what you're saying. There's a lot of power in communication. When you use self-effacing words, and what I mean by this is sometimes just making fun of yourself or putting yourself down or diminishing your value, then it's hard for people to give you what you deserve. And it can be very small, like let's say you're pitching an idea and you say, well, this may sound outlandish. Don't do that. Start with the idea. Say, I have an insight. I'm excited about this. I think you will be too. Put a little bit of spice on top of it. Make it sound good. Don't second guess yourself. Don't sell yourself short. And don't begin a conversation with diminishing something before it's even been received. If you need or want something, make a great case for it. I think I bring great value to this. I'd like to do this, but I need this. Just get in, get out. You don't have to worry too much about it. And if something doesn't look right, circle it and say, I need more so that I can help you with this. Particularly if someone expects something to be done, you can say, this is what's possible. If I do this, then we need to make some choices. What do you think? And come with an idea, because clearly they need some insights. So don't be afraid to offer your advice, your insights, and ask for what's needed. All right, let's take a look at what's coming through right here, right now. We have Empress energy. She's reversed. So there's a few things to think of here. First of all, the Empress is a reminder of your own power, capacity, and the value that you're bringing to an equation. Rather than looking to someone else for anything really, this card is saying you've got it within. This is particularly, though, like inspiration or permission. You don't need it. You've got it. You've got it within. There could be someone in your life, however, that constantly swoops in, and it's like a helicopter boss or a helicopter mom, and they're checking in on things that you're already on top of. Hey, how are we doing on this? You didn't forget about this, did you? And it's like, I've got this. Just give me some space and some time to breathe. You may have to communicate that. Sometimes people just don't know when to take a step back. So say, I'll ask for help if I need it. Give me some time and space and you'll get what you need, okay? This is also a call to action. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. When was the last time you took a day off or did something just because you wanted to? It's a great time for you to learn more. So this is a personal enrichment card to prioritize your health and well-being and to make sure that you allow people to come into your life and show up for you. You don't have to be the universal mother or father figure for everyone. Let them show up for you, okay? It's the hardest thing, but it's also one of the most rewarding when you allow it to happen. As we take a look at the near future, we have the Hierophant coming through. There's a lot of things to unpack on this, so let's do it. First of all, this can represent a gatekeeper, someone whose approval, rubber stamp, sort of like agreement you need in order to get to the next phase. What I like about this is sometimes you don't have to go directly through them. There's two people in front of him, his disciples or acolytes. Both of them have access to the keys. So if you can't get on someone's calendar, talk to their assistant, talk to one of their peers. There might be more than one way to get there, to get to that person. And sometimes when you work with the assistant, it can get done faster. Be kind. Always be kind to administrative assistants. They take a lot of nonsense from everyone, but they're also very powerful. And so, and they don't get many thanks and appreciation in their life. So be someone who treats them well, and they might help you get to this gatekeeper sooner. This is also connected to things like government, schools, and hierarchy. So you may need to go through one of these unavoidable structures to get what you need. This could be a bank that needs to approve you for a loan. This could be a government that has to put the visa stamp on your passport. It's something that's required. So the two people on either sides can also be experts. Don't try to wing it. Work with someone who's done it before so they can get you the keys to the kingdom, the keys to success. You can do this. It might take 1 or 2 tries, but you can do this. It's also a building card. So if you want to build something amazing, there are people ready and willing to sign up, but it has to be very well built. So bring the best people together to create this. Have faith. This is one of the ultimate cards of faith. If you have faith in yourself, if you believe in yourself, others will too. If you don't, it's going to be a hard ticket to sell. Okay? It's a great time for spiritual development. And if you want to go into a sort of mentorship or teaching phase, this card is also beautifully connected to that. We do see a little bit of energy around power struggles here. So know what you're worth, know what battles are worth fighting, and fight the good fights, but don't just sort of like, sometimes people don't want to listen and there might be a better path, okay? Let's look at the catalyst now and see how all of this can be brought together, where you should be focusing. Okay, I mean, it's beautifully connected to what we've been talking about. So it's less about them, it's more about you. We have the self. If you can see it, you can do it. And seeing is believing, and getting people to buy into your vision, it's all around self-confidence, self-worth. If that's lacking from the equation, it's going to be so much harder to get something done than if it were there from the beginning. Focus on your needs. It's okay to say, I need this, I want this, I'm worth this, because you have something worth, putting out there into the world. The other person may also have their own needs. So this might be a compromise, meeting in the middle. At the center of this card, we have a beautiful pearl, and this is showing that from a moment of agitation or difficulty, something beautiful can emerge. And whatever struggles you might have been going through over the past couple of months, it's all going to pay off. This also kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. So we see strength building beauty, and from that beauty, self-worth, and also resilience and strength. You can and you will do whatever it is that you set your mind to, okay? Let's expand this forecast a little bit, not just into the normal expansion, but I want to take a look at what you need to know and maybe what you're afraid of seeing. I'm changing it up a little bit for each sign this month depending on what I'm seeing here. So what is what you need to know, okay? And what is it that you're maybe afraid to ask or afraid to see? Got it. All right, so what you need to know this month. We have the Five of Cups. This is saying what you need to do is to allow yourself to process emotions, whatever it might be, sadness, regret, fear, anxiety, and sometimes even mourning what has come to pass. This particular version of the card has a bunch of eyes looking at this person, and there's this feeling of, I can't let them see vulnerability or weakness, when in fact, sometimes when you allow people to see your sensitivity and your empathy, it can enamor them to you. It can actually give you a leg up. It depends on the situation, but don't be afraid to let it out is what I'm getting here. And this is just the beginning. In the background, we have 2 cups representing possible new friendship, something worth celebrating, but you have to get through this moment first. And you will emerge like the pearl that we see here, but you have to let the emotions out. And these 2 are kind of connected. One is like what you need to see, and one is what you're afraid to look at. So I'm trying to pull up the stuff from the depths here for you. You have to make a choice. 2 of Pentacles. You might be overextending yourself. You might also be trying to make everyone happy. It's really important to take a look at your time, your energy, and your money, and be realistic. If you need to cut something, if you need to say no, if you need to fix something, now is the time. Don't overdo it, don't overextend, don't overspend, because that isn't going to be sustainable, and I want you to have more than enough for the future. Now we're going to take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. And as I do this, we're going to pull 1 card for each, and it's going to be a universal message. We're going to start off with health, which is your mind, body, and spirit. You received the High Priestess, which is a fantastic card for healing. The reason being is it basically leans into the power of prayer, meditation, and miracles. And when it comes to overcoming something, doctors only know so much. There's a point where the body has its own ability to surprise doctors and to surprise you. And faith and prayer and meditation play a part of that. And this card is about assuming and believing that the best possible outcome could happen. The reason this is so important when it comes to health is thoughts manifest. To give your body, your mind, and everything around you the best possible opportunity for things to go well, you have to embrace and reach for that best outcome. Make sure that you find people in your life, particularly in health, so doctors, counselors, etc., that can do that for you. I'm not saying like people that are just going to say what you want to hear, but people that have your best interest and really want to work with you, especially if that includes blending some Eastern and Western approaches, okay? Because this card is about the nexus between those. You don't have to choose. Both of them help you. Both of them have a purpose. And any doctor worth their weight in gold will say yes, like rest, meditation, anything that kind of connects you to spirit and helps you decompress, it's going to be good for you. You and I know that you have the capacity also to do a little bit of healing and to really work with your intuition. By the way, if you feel something or notice something, speak up. You may be so in tune with your body that you can see it before it shows up on a test. So listen to your intuition, believe in the best possible outcome, work with a doctor that's going to explore all options, lean into a blending of Western and Eastern, and sometimes, folks, miracles can happen. The High Priestess is a very, very positive and auspicious card, and she encourages us to believe, not to give up. And I think we all need that from time to time, right? Don't second guess yourself. And if you think there is a doctor that won't listen, find someone who will. All of these things are going to be very, very important when it comes to your general well-being. Also, you are starting to see what's right for you in all aspects of your life. Maybe what you need to be focusing on in work, or something that someone might be trying to hide in a relationship. The High Priestess sees through all of the nonsense. Sometimes you see it and don't believe it, but believe it if it's coming through in your dreams and your meditations. You're being shown the next step, but you have to focus, you have to believe, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at wealth, your resources, your life purpose, and your career. All right, you deserve to be happy, particularly when it comes to what you're putting your time, energy, and money into. The Ace of Cups in reverse is showing that some of you might be sacrificing happiness for acceptance or for success. They are not mutually exclusive. So finding a place where you can be happy, be appreciated, feel like your creativity is being tapped into, and that you like the people that you're spending time with. These are some aspects that are coming through because something might be missing this month. The Ace of Cups is also reminding you that wealth is just one part of the big picture. What also is important is friends, family, your own happy pursuits, whatever they might be, creativity, etc. So make room for more than just wealth. And I recently did a daily reading where I said, to be rich is measured in more than money or title. Richness is the quality and quantity of friends around you. It's the experiences that you've created, lived, and remember in your life. It's just your general mood sometimes. If all of these are elevated and satisfactory, you're rich. The money is just a cherry on top, and oftentimes is coming in because you've done the work in all the other areas of your life. You might need to vent, let it out. Be mindful of who you talk to, though. Not everybody can or should be trusted with this Ace of Cups reversed. So choose your audience well, choose your words well, and find an outlet for the stress, for the emotions, for the thoughts, okay? And it feels like now is a time to really do something creative. You're going to be happier. And even if it's not work-related, it's just going to allow you to connect with a deeper and richer part of yourself, okay? Let's move on to love. Since we got that Ace of Cups, let's see what's coming through for love in your life. This is reminding me of a song from Taylor Dane. Again, we're looking at love here. With the King of Swords in reverse, he's going to say what's on his mind, what's in his heart. And the song is like, tell it to my heart. So this is a time where you owe it to yourself and you owe it to others to be honest. It could be that you love someone. It could be that you're not interested. It could also be an important conversation that's been bubbling up, and now you finally have the guts to say, let's discuss this. This is so important. You're the most important person to me. We need to be on the same page with this. There also could be an air sign coming into your life, of course, right now. It might be time to sign on the dotted line, but the King of Swords in reverse is going to make sure that both parties are getting a good deal. So when we're looking at a marriage, it could be a prenuptial agreement. When you're looking at later in life, it could just be putting things into an estate so that the next generation can benefit. We're making sure that things are wrapped up from a legal perspective and it's to your liking. If there isn't something to your liking, don't sign on the dotted line or fix the contract if it's not right, okay? In all relationships, your voice matters. If you're around a person that cuts you off, talks over you, or doesn't give you a chance to voice your opinions, that's where you want to focus the energy. Try to address that, and if they won't meet you halfway, it might be time to take the exit and go in a different direction, okay? And finally, if you need to get a lawyer or someone to help out with something, by all means, do that. All right, let's look at destiny. What's it all about this month? Don't worry, I have a couple of extra cards that we'll look at after this, but... Well, we have the Queen of Swords, the partnership card coming through, but she's also reversed. And what I see here is you might have met your match with someone this month where someone is just talking a mile a minute, going a mile a minute, doing things so quickly that you really want to slow down. Slow down the communication and make sure that it's reciprocal, that both parties are getting a chance to talk. I'm looking at all of the little butterflies, or they almost look like bees, but they're butterflies, but all the things that are fluttering around. You may have too many things in your mind at once. Slow down, write it down, create some priorities. This is going to help you. You can do anything you set your mind to this month. I just see one too many things. So pace yourself. You'll be glad that you did. It's going to help you go the distance, okay? So I've been doing a little bonus for each sign in different orders this month, but let's take a look really quickly at 2 cards for you. So the first card is whatever Spirit wants to say. So what's the most important thing from Spirit right now? We have 9 of Wands. So some of you are a little bit on a rebound this month, and we see someone recovering after a challenging situation. The 9 of Wands is the card that never gives up. So know this, you've got it. You have the capacity to go the distance, but you might need to pace yourself. And I really do get it, like this is often showing like a bandage around the head. Some of you are still recovering mentally from something. It was a lot. So if you just got through a really difficult breakup or project at work or challenge in your life, give yourself time to fully rebound before jumping into the next thing. What is the light at the end of the tunnel? What is the blessing for you this month? Love or happiness or some good news. King of Cups represents something great and choices too. I love how he's tossing something that doesn't suit him, but he found something that did. Discernment is your best friend this month. Try not to get roped into other people's dramas. Don't be afraid to make time for yourself this month for fun. And you can say no if you don't want something. But there could be love coming into your life. This absolutely is connected to that. Okay, my friends, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this mid-June reading. I'll be getting a little bit ahead now, finally, now that I'm settled down here. So thank you for giving me time to focus on quality, not just how quickly I was putting things out. If you enjoyed this, by the way, you can give back by simply liking and subscribing. It's free and it helps. Share the video too. There's a little share button below. You can also give back through adding a sticker to your comment. If you join me on a live stream, you can do a super sticker and a super chat. You can also go to my website, and from there, you can either give back through PayPal, book a private reading, or give me a follow on social media. It's always my full name, Nicholas Ashbaugh. There's also a link to sign up for my newsletter. All right, folks, that is everything. Thank you so much for being the absolute best part of what I do here on YouTube. I love and appreciate you, and I wouldn't be here without your support. Thank you so much. I'll see you again very soon.